What's up, Corey?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going, dude?
Dude, it's going way better now. What a week we had here, huh?
I'm telling you, man, it was crazy, right, dude?
Oh, I mean, it's just absolutely unbelievable what we've been dealing with this entire year.
Yeah.
And then we have to deal with a tropical storm that literally felt like it was a hurricane and insane, just insane.
I think it totally caught everybody off guard too, bro.
And the funny part about that, man, is it wasn't like we didn't know it was coming. Like it really, it was in the news. I knew it was coming. I saw the whole thing forecast, these big, strong winds, all this craziness. The other thing I think, man, honest to God, is the fact of the time of the year, man. All these trees have fully blown leaves, man. It's like wind in a sail,
Yeah, I totally wasn't. I mean, I got like bits and pieces of it from people talking about things. I wasn't paying. I try to obviously not watch too much of the news these days.
Right. Yeah, same here.
You want to be ready for like weather stuff, but I had no idea. I was like, whatever.
I know. I mean, it was, again, you just kind of knew it was happening, but you felt, it's going to be sort of like a significant non-event, so to speak, right?
Yeah, seriously, man.
And then you saw a video I sent you. I think I posted on my Instagram of two kids in the Sound just riding boogie boards, man. It was a sight to see, man, because the winds were whipping around. I mean, I had to get back in my car because the sand was hitting me in the face so bad.
Yeah, you sent that, dude, and I was like, where the heck is Corey? Like, I had no idea I was like, I know. Find some footage from like the West Coast or something. Like, I had no idea what was going on, dude.
Yeah, dude, I was just right there down the street, not too far from where I am right now. Pretty amazing.
Cool. Yeah, it's totally insane.
Yeah.
Well, everybody for the most part is safe, which is good.
Yeah, and a toast to everyone out there, and cheers to those that are still dealing with the power issues or whatever they're dealing with. Hopefully everybody gets their power back soon. Keep the crush, kill, destroy model going. Just keep rolling. Do the best you can. Hopefully everybody's doing all right and is safe. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Absolutely.
We got a little bell over there. It's like, bing.
No, that's my. Those are the ice cubes. It's kind of close to the microphone.
The first round of drinks. You're like, I'm coming into the ring, and on this corner is Corey Jaco, and the other corner is vodka and salsa.
There it is, right over there.
That's amazing, man. So,
hi, Sherry. How are you?
Oh yes, let's say hello. I think I know who this is. Hi, Sherry.
What's going on?
Mike's up to some. Oh, I think Mike posted the other day he was going to pop in and say hello. So that's awesome.
Let's hope we hear from Mike.
Yeah,
some of the other crew.
Clara,
hello. How are you?
Hello. Oh, Clara, what's happening? Cool. Thank you so much for popping on. That's awesome.
Sweet.
I always it's so cool. I say it all the time because we're doing our thing and we're just chatting and having a good time.
Yeah.
Keeping the crush, kill, destroy models going, and it's so nice to see people pop on. It's like, oh, my eyes are darting. I want to say hello to everybody, because especially these times we're trying to beat the isolation, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this.
Yep, exactly. We're trying to stay connected as best we can. Oh yeah,
that's this mom being very clear with us.
It's a pleasure.
Well, do we have to behave tonight? I'm not sure.
Well, we try to keep this, somewhat of a family program for the most part. I mean, the occasional F-bomb or whatever, you know what I mean? It happens.
As it gets a little bit later, those come a little bit more frequently. So,
yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Jeff, how are you, buddy?
Oh, Jeff,
cheers, man.
Awesome. So I think what were we gonna? So we got a bunch of stuff going on, actually, Corey.
Oh my God!
Cool. This month is great.
It is. It's a great month.
Aside from spending time in the CKD bunker and doing some printing and trying to get orders out, fulfilled, and keeping up with that stuff, we're doing the Crush Corner, which is cool. We've been able to connect with so many cool people. Last couple of weeks have been super fun. This month's awesome. Mark was here this week. Jess is here tonight. It's gonna be cool.
Hey, Nicole, how are you?
We also we dropped last week. I think we talked about and showed the Crust Punk patches, right?
That's right.
Kind of reminding people that the tanks are still available. Of course, we're gonna, with the hot weather and stuff, they're gonna be around. I'll keep them around for quite a while.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Things will be hot for a while.
Oh, no question. Yeah, it could go right into September, even late September.
But we do have some stuff I'm going to be doing, and I think it's going to be a nice time to release stuff in the fall.
Yeah, man, definitely.
We're gonna almost stray from a t-shirt thing for a brief moment, but I'm not gonna say what it is. But it's still, what is it? It's a
it's a
anyway. We'll do something special. We'll drop something new in the fall. And also, what else do we want to talk about with this new designs and stuff like that?
Well, let's see. We've got something that you're toying around with in terms of a t-shirt contest.
Yeah.
You know, that was something that we were kicking around talking. You brought up. I thought that was a phenomenal idea. I think we saw it also. One of the viewers might have chimed in also with that sort of an idea.
Well, you know what it was actually, which I was going to touch on briefly anyways. Dave that took a bunch of photography for me, and he's like been sending me stuff for the Instagram page. I think I think it was the first one that suggested that. So without getting
that's right.
Without getting really into it, I am going to do some kind of t-shirt contest in the future. Then we'll probably do a balloted type virtual thing and pick a winner and get one of those designs on a new Crush Kill Destroy shirt. I think that'll be awesome.
Yeah, and I think you said you might even have a couple of new designs in the works, possibly.
Yes, I do. They're always. I got like 100 designs in my brain, and maybe two or three coming. I don't know where Jess went. We lost her for a second, but we'll get her back.
Yeah,
Nicole's definitely.
Nicole is leaning right there, huh? She's going right for it. She just went right for like jugular, thinking fall time. I like it.
You know what? With the fall, it's like I don't think we can. We can't avoid it. We got to do hoodies.
Got to keep the people warm in the fall and winter. All of the Crush crew that are hanging out,
and
everybody.
They're going to be perfect for the fall, sitting by the fire and all that stuff. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely, man. Perfect.
So we have also, I want to talk about real quick the upcoming stuff on Saturday.
Oh yes, still got a nice month of August to go. Even after tonight's really nice session we're gonna have.
Yeah, we got and these I just this is pretty cool. This is exciting. We got let me get rid of our other banner here so we can see the bottom of this. So next week, August 15th, GG Deluxe.
Yes.
New Orleans Femme Fatale. You gotta see that one. It's gonna be wicked cool.
Yeah, and I've had the opportunity to go and review her on Instagram, and she just looks like such a great spirit and extremely full life person for sure.
Yeah, we'll get more info and stuff up about her. And then if you guys can take a look at this, August 22nd, live from Lasting Brass Brewing Company, which I'm super stoked about.
Oh, this is going to be something.
Yeah, so Ed from Lasting Brass, nice enough to offer his time and his product to raise a couple bucks for Lucky Soul Tattoo to kind of help us recover from from the shutdown that we had.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, and that's going to be the first time we do something on what do you want to call that? Like what is it? On location? Is that what
yeah, man, on location. That's going to be the first.
And Ed's gonna have stuff like probably on his website, this to be able to grab the beer in cans, do it social distancing in the safe way. All the breweries in Connecticut are set up like that, and they all seem to be doing a pretty good job of that.
I would agree. They're all set up. They're trying to leverage and do the best they can.
Jess sent me a text. She said her thing crashed. She said to hold on, but that's okay. We can.
Hey, listen, Jess, if you're listening, or anyone else that could let her know, that has happened to me. That's great. It was like a 40-minute thing, but you know what? Just keep crushing.
Just keep
killing.
We
keep destroying. You're gonna make it happen. It's all good.
Yeah, we did lose Corey. I mean, I get that. That's the risk you take when you're doing internet stuff.
Yeah.
Doing live stuff.
100%.
It's gonna happen.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely, man. No question about it.
And the last weekend in August is like I said, Dave Martin. I deemed him the masshole photographer, which I know in the most loving way. He gets it. He tags himself that way. Also, definitely want to talk about his fight with cancer, and he's kicking its butt, and I hope that he continues to do so.
Yeah, and also having had an opportunity to follow him also on Instagram. Yeah, and he's very I guess open about how he talks about his battle, and you could tell. I mean, he lives that motto. He's fighting it. He's again the CKD, getting in it, doing everything he can as damn good as he can do it.
That's it.
All
right. So, we'd actually, I think what I forgot to do was talk about the trivia real briefly tonight, right?
Oh, that's a big deal.
And I see Jess. Jess, I can see you're back. Just hold tight.
Yay.
Technology, shit happens.
Exactly. Every day.
All right. So, you want to talk about how we're going to do the trivia tonight, dude?
Yeah. So instead of the normal, one question, just sort of like, waiting for someone to pop in with the right answer, sort of kicked it up a little bit of a notch here. Jimmy had suggested maybe doing, multiple questions, and then instead of it being somewhat of a free gift, so to speak, like a shirt or whatever, it's going to be in the form of promotion codes. You have the form of promotion code. You have the chance to actually win some pretty nice % off shopping on the site, which I think is actually phenomenal. And the way Jimmy has it set up, it's going to be set up for a full month with the code. So I think that's pretty great. Yeah. So you have to stick around and see how this trivia comes out at the end. You're going to find out what kind of discounts you're going to get at the end.
Of course, I'm going to make you wait to the very last second.
Don't sleep.
I like to torture all the people that are like, "Whoa, it's way past my bedtime." Hopefully Jess took a nap earlier because I know it's way past her bedtime. So maybe I won't wait last second, but we'll do a question. Put a question up on the screen. If you answer it correctly, then you're going to get a direct message with a promo code for 30% off on CKD stuff.
That's killer.
1 month unlimited. You can go back on and buy some more stuff. So
wow, that's just awesome. Good stuff.
Heck yeah.
And again, you're going to be doing 6. Again, we usually do 1. Now it's 6. It's so great.
So 6 people will be able to have the opportunity to get 30% off on the stuff that they order. Winner chicken dinner.
Good luck, everyone. Hello, Jeff.
Mr. Coleman. Woo!
And I love those red Adidas.
Yeah,
love them.
Those are pretty sweet. Okay, I think we covered everything that we wanted to.
Yes, sir.
We did that so we could kind of get it out of the way and do some cool stuff. So,
yes, sir.
So, yes. My friend Jess is.
Yeah, your friend Jess, and this is really wild that she, the fact that she worked for Lucky Soul is just so wild.
Yeah, we had a really great time. I think during that time too, ultimately, pursuing the yoga and stuff was the goal, which we'll talk about.
Yeah,
but yeah, she's a great soul. Cringing
awesome.
Spirit. She's always smiling, which is great, especially these times. Is the kind of people you need to be around. And
I'll tell you what, that comes through in that music that she plays.
Absolutely,
she's a talent. There's no question.
Yeah, so we were. I think when she was working at Lucky Soul Tattoo, just of course she bullshit about stuff, and then the interest in music really came up, and I was like, oh, okay. So I got to a little bit of background of her music stuff, but not all of it.
Right. Jeff has a product question. He's asking if you have different mask sizes.
I do. I have a small mask that fits small and medium. I have a large mask, and I have an XL, and it's broken down on the website. You can jump on the website. I find like the large is good for adult, and then I think I list the XL as someone who is has a really, you know,
little bit of a
smart-
bigger dome.
it's for smart people with larger craniums.
It's all good.
So I want to play a video I stole off of Jess's Instagram. Segue her into this. I just think it's really cool.
Sweet.
And then we'll chat with Jess. I'm like pushing all these buttons over here, so
Button pusher.
hey now. And then we'll have Jess join us. So
Awesome.
So these people don't have to just listen to us dummies. Jess!
Hey.
Hey
guys.
So
What's going on?
little craziness with the internet over there?
Yeah, my the internet's been spotty ever since the storm, so
Bad everywhere. It's terrible.
You know, it's funny because I kind of expected it, and I thought about stuff earlier, and I was like, shoot, where's Jess living now? Oh yeah, it's like, did they get hit hard? Like I didn't know. I was like, it could be like Oxford. I mean, you're out that way anyways, but so
yeah, I am close to Oxford, so if it goes out again, it might just take a minute for me to get back on. But
we got me and Corey got plenty to blab about. We'll just
I figured so.
I'm so glad you decided to come on tonight. I really appreciate it. I was totally looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was so honored to be asked.
Oh yeah. It was very exciting seeing some of the promo stuff.
My sister.
I was gonna say what's
my family is here in full effect.
That's
sweet. Awesome. Hello, family.
That's
welcome.
That's awesome. That's super cool. That's so cool. So Jess, obviously Corey and I talked about it briefly. You were working at Lucky Soul for a while with us, and I can't believe how much time has gone by. Like it's been, how long has it been? A couple years.
It's been maybe almost 5 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, since I was.
No doubt.
That's so crazy, and it's nice to you know, I've had people come to the shop, work with us, and then move on. And I think the really nice thing about the shop is a lot of people I still continue to stay in touch with. You being one of them, I see at a lot of the events that we do. I always keep an eye on your yoga stuff and what you're doing, and even being at the shop, you had already started talking about what direction you wanted to go in, and some of the opportunities that were kind of arising for you with yoga. So let's talk about that.
Okay. So,
so I guess, you know, obviously you were into it for a little while, into yoga for a little while. You had an interest, but when was the earliest time interest in yoga? Like, was it you were 8?
So I've been practicing yoga for about 16 years.
Oh my god!
I am 20. Turning 29 next month.
Wow.
So I've been practicing yoga for over half of my life. I started at summer camp. My summer camp counselors were like older high school students or college students, and they were all practicing yoga and meditation. So they would lead us through guided meditations to help us go to sleep. And we would do yoga on a porch at sunrise by a lake, and it was all very magical, summer campy, you know. And I was like, what is this? And then when I got home, I convinced my mom to get me a membership to the YMCA, and she would drive me, and I would go and hi mom, and I would go and I'd go and take yoga classes with this super, super old, wild and crazy lady who could put like her legs behind her head and made us breathing and all this stuff. And Yeah, and I've been into it ever since. And I was that weird kid in high school that, in middle school and high school that would practice yoga. So that was before it was cool.
People were like, "Hey, you want to take a toke off this joint?" And you're like, "Oh, man, I gotta do some fucking yoga."
Nah, I'm gonna stay away from that.
You knew that was gonna happen.
It had to happen. Hey, Dave, what's up, Dave?
I've been waiting for the namaste puns to show up. They have.
Boston Dave popped on. I just mentioned he's going to chat with us at the end of the month, so I'm super stoked about that. Namaste.
That's really cool, though, that you were, that young and into it. Because I'll be honest, I got into yoga probably in my late 20s. Like, it was just something that I knew about, but never got into it. And I went to a class once, and I thought it was like the best thing ever. It was just so great. Everything about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was difficult and horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it is a little bit, but
but I hated it when I took it at the YMCA.
Yeah.
I kept going though.
That's it. You keep going. You crush, you kill, you destroy right through that stuff, right, Jim?
That's it.
I'm crushing and killing, destroying all my old bones and so did you have, and maybe like aside from that time period, Jess, with getting into it that early on when you maybe got a little more serious, was there a certain one person or two that stuck out that really influenced you in when you decided maybe you're going to do something with this, you're going to teach it? Like, was there a person that was really like a good model for yoga in all aspects? Maybe the way they taught, their attitude towards it or something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, the person that got me into it was my camp counselor, Christine. Mm-hmm. She was so cool and so pretty. And, I wanted to do everything that she did because she was so cool and so pretty. But the way she made me, I was a very high-strung child. Very sensitive about pretty much everything. Got into fights a lot, and she made me feel calm and safe. And it was the first time that I'd ever felt that way and didn't realize that I could feel that way. And Christine and I still talk. Many years, 16 years later, we're still friends.
That's
and
great.
She is also, she's a meditation teacher. She does meditations on like an international app for iPhones and stuff. So she was a huge influence for me. And then I'm trying to think if I actually had, I've studied with so many different teachers and have looked into so many different lineages. And I have to say, there isn't one person who, I never had a guru. I didn't have someone that I really emulated, mainly because I sort of recognized the human in everybody and saw choices that they were making that influenced maybe the way I didn't want to go. And those are the biggest influences for me, as I would watch someone and be like, you know what, that works, but maybe it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
How many instructors did you teach under? Like, did you learn from?
Let's see. This woman, Laura, was my first, she's the one who trained me, and I did my advanced yoga teacher training with her as well. Heidi Sormaz, who is out of New Haven, she's amazing. She's still one of my mentors and one of my close friends. And I'd probably say maybe between 6 and 8 teachers.
Wow.
Of varying styles and techniques that I sort of jump around between and learn from, and I take what they've taught me and then I fuse it together into
your own little deal.
What I do. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
I take all the best
really
parts that they've done and I, present it in a different way.
Yeah. And I saw you did 200 hours of training or something like that.
Oh, I've done, I might be close to 800 hours at this point.
Oh my God.
Wow. That's wild.
that's not including like all the reading and research that I've done. So if you include all of that stuff, it's probably 1,000 hours or more.
Wow,
That's crazy.
That's wild.
I think that's pretty significant, like especially bringing up the point that early on, like the the good looking lady, I can't remember her name, but you said had a way of for you, especially if you were kind of a high strung kid or just high strung individual, a way of like kind of cutting through that stuff and bringing you to a point that you started to feel maybe like slowing down and calm, and that's huge. Like especially in meditation. My experience is pretty limited, but I do get that kind of connection from another person where if they're skilled that way, they can bring you to that kind of a point, especially I mean, it's all about quieting your mind and stuff. So that's pretty significant to point that out.
Yeah.
One of my favorite teachers right now is this woman, Eva, who I met through Katona Yoga, which is the technique that I'm studying right now. I did a workshop with her on hands-on adjustments on how to touch people in a yoga class. And she kept driving home the point that you never enter another person's space, whether it's energetically or physically, with the intention of manipulating them. You're always entering someone's space in order to stabilize them.
Yeah.
And by you stabilizing them and helping them find their foundation, they're the ones that actually bring it up. And they're the ones that actually expand, and they do it themselves. And you're really just there to sort of, what's the turn of phrase, to hold space. You're really there as the container.
Yeah. It's perfect.
It's going along the lines of what you're saying, Jim. Is this idea of just bringing someone to a stable place. And then from that stable place, you can actually explore the scary stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't
There's usually lots of that. But yeah, let's not talk about it. You need to bring up one of those things with that on there. No scary space. What up, Joe?
So
and Dave, that's really cool, man.
Yeah. Talking about getting some shots with someone. So that's cool. Very cool. So you talked about some of the stuff that you're studying currently, but is the main stuff, is it vinyasa and hatha yoga? Is that what it's called? I don't know what vinyasa is, and I don't know what hatha is either. So you could explain that.
All right, yeah. So a quick little 101.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so hatha yoga came first. You have ha and ta, which is sometimes translated as sun, moon. We, in English, we're not really able to articulate what these words and sound bites in Sanskrit actually mean.
Yeah.
So we do. So with English, we do our best. We try to simplify it and be like, all right, well, if it means sun, moon, what's sun and moon? What does it symbolize? So for a lot of us, sun symbolizes the masculine and the moon symbolizes the feminine. And if you take that out of the gender binary, you might say that sun represents heat and the moon represents cool, and sun is fire and moon is water. And you just keep sort of moving out into all these different metaphors. And all of that is what hatha means.
Wow. Okay. That's wild.
When you're moving your body through postures, like asana, which again in English we translate as to sit with ease.
Mm-hmm.
And in English, usually we just call them poses or postures.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So these poses that we're putting our bodies into in hatha yoga, the idea was that you're working with sort of like alchemical energy. You're working with the goal of transformation. So each shape is going to manipulate or influence your energy in a certain way to get you to a certain place. So you might use some poses or some sequence of movements to energize yourself, or you might use some sequences of movements to calm yourself down, and so on and so forth. And then vinyasa, sort of coming out of that, there's one understanding or one school of thought that vinyasa yoga came about when Western calisthenics sort of infiltrated this spiritual practice of yoga, and as a way of maybe appealing to different bodies or different cultures,
that's interesting.
Yeah, different groups of people, that they took this hatha practice and made it much more athletic and what we know is like modern postural yoga.
So is that like your warrior pose and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, warrior poses exist within the hatha spectrum as well, but with vinyasa, you're moving much faster. So, you know, instead of staying in a pose for 20 breaths, you're staying in a pose for 5 breaths. All of these poses together. And it's most commonly seen in the Ashtanga system, which is super intense. It's a set, you have a set series of sequences. And you do something, we sort of call them the vinyasas, which is the what you saw in that video, the going from plank and lowering to the floor and going into cobra and up and back into downward facing dog.
Yep.
So you would do something like that in between each each pose. You end up doing so much.
It's a lot of flow.
So much flow, so much bodily movement.
Yeah, it's wild.
So that's what I started off. I started off teaching very slowly, and then the studios I was teaching at, that wasn't popular yet. We were still in like the aerobic.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
slowing down wasn't
yoga size.
Cool. Like if you weren't moving fast, studios didn't want to hire you.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the way it is. We wanted to make a living at it, and
So it was based so cool. in more of like the exercise idea.
Yes.
You know, probably as a sellable idea for.
Yeah, it was exercise with like live, laugh, love above it.
There you go.
So and also what's I'm familiar with the term, but again I don't know, like yoga nidra is, what is that getting into?
So yoga nidra, that's my favorite thing to teach. So yoga nidra, its origins are a little on the sketchy side. Mainly because you get like one teacher who codifies a system and then commodifies the system, and then sort of to the people that are investing in that system, we might only think that it came from this one person, if that makes sense. So yoga nidra, so yoga, we usually translate it in English as union, as finding union.
Yep.
That's it, Dave.
And yes, oh God, it helps with aches and pains, without a doubt. So nidra is translated as sleep, but again, it's a lot more than that. It's yoga nidra is not something you practice. Yoga nidra is the place you go to. So yoga is like a different plane of consciousness. And the practice itself of the way we get there, the teacher has the practitioner lay down on the floor, usually lay down on the floor. We usually call it like napping yoga to try to get people to show up to it, because otherwise they don't want to do it.
Want a nap? Yeah, let's go.
Like, you just get to take a nap. It's fun. But really getting you to a different place.
What's up, Aaron?
So the practitioner lays down and the teacher leads the student through all these different layers of the self, which we call the koshas. So you're moving through first the physical body. And when you move through the physical body, you might invite the practitioner to like move their awareness through the crown of their head, their forehead, their eyebrows, so on and so forth. You're getting like way into the physical body. And then you go into the breath layer. So this more energetic, and you ask, or you invite the person to focus on their breath. And then you move into the really cool stuff, which is you have the mind layer. So in the mind layer, what we're working with is like your sensory mind, not necessarily your intellect and your thoughts, but what your brain does. And that's, I think, my favorite part. One example is you invite the practitioner to notice all the places within their bodies where they feel cold. And then you invite them to feel the places that feel warm. And then you invite them to feel both at the same time. And your brain will actually follow the instruction and feel cold. And your body will then feel hot. And then you'll feel cold and hot at the same time. And you can do comfort and discomfort. So it's called the awareness of opposites, and you're picking out sort of opposing sensations in the body. And then from there, you move into like the emotional body, the intellect, and that's more of the sort of imaginative realm. You're inviting people's thoughts to actually come in, and as the teacher, this is where you have to be really careful about the kind of imagery that you present, because now people are in a super vulnerable position.
Yeah.
At least 45 minutes have gone by, so it's about an hour-long class.
Yeah.
You're still laying down at this point.
Yeah, people are just laying down.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Oh God, it's great. And then people, you can use imagery, like, maybe they're hiking up a mountain, or they're floating above their bodies.
So,
again, I tend to stay away from, because I'm a trauma-informed teacher, I stay away from that kind of imagery, because you never know. Like, I had a student, I used to love using the imagery of water, and then I started teaching a student who had a traumatic experience in water. This person lives with PTSD and is medicated and goes through therapy. And I was like, wow, I'm never talking about water again when you're in that position.
So you're in some pretty vulnerable places through that practice. You can be pretty vulnerable, so to speak.
Absolutely. And
can you call it? So is if like a lot of the stuff that you're describing, is it actually? I know is it okay to use the word meditation to describe something that kind of experience as part of that kind of yoga, or is that going to another thing? I know that there's practices of meditation that are seated or this and that, but it still sounds like some of that aspect can be labeled meditation to a certain extent.
I think you could call it meditative.
Meditative. All right.
It's not exactly meditation, but again, in English, it's really hard. We don't have the language to describe where the person is going.
Wow. Yeah.
Because even though you're physically there, you're gone. You're off in a different. You're off in a different place. You're off in a different realm, and
it is.
That's wild.
So crazy. Just that whole bringing that stuff up with the translation of these terms and stuff, a lot that came from Buddhism or Hinduism and stuff, and like trying to translate them into America or American ways or whatever. Even the biggest thing that we all know that people want to get tattooed is the Om symbol, and that's the same thing, which I learned a long time ago too. And it's like I learned about it. I studied with someone and I learned these things, and it was like I got it tattooed on me, and someone would ask me about it, and it was like I still couldn't explain it to them because of the translation was so hard, maybe with not having the experience attached to the symbol or something like that, so I definitely get what you're saying. It's so crazy.
So Kim, it's not a chain, Kim. It's not. But I do need to get wireless headset, but this helps me hear better.
She likes you know what? Kim
Mr. T. No, Jimmy looks like Mr. T. He's the guy with the mohawk, not me. I'm bald.
She likes to ask that, I think, every week.
She does. That's my sister.
I do. I'm really digging the mohawk. I really am.
Thank you.
I want one so badly.
It started off.
Don't do it. But I can't.
Mohawk started off as a joke, and then I just hung on to it for a while because Andy wanted to. She's had a mohawk for a while. It's kind of growing in, but she did it. I did it, and then it was like, okay. So, Jess, if people are interested in learning more or getting a hold of you, is your website kind of the best way of communication right now, especially through all the COVID stuff?
Yeah. My website has all the information on there. Yeah, perfect. JessRawling.yoga.
Boom.
So there's a little contact form on there that goes directly to my email. So people can type a message to me in there, and in the subject line, let me know what they want to do and what they're looking for. So
awesome. That's so great.
And I want to there's a highlight on your website, which I want.
Thank you, Dave. Take care, man.
All right. See you, Dave. that kind of, I think it really, from my experience with working with you and then becoming friends, and then obviously it's like far and few between we get to see each other, but the events that pull a lot of people together are so awesome. And even if they're 20 minutes or they're an hour, it's like it's still so good to see people that I've connected with, especially over the years. And I talk about it a lot, frequently, every week, that the doing the t-shirts and stuff that I'm doing now, the Crush Kill Destroy thing. Obviously, you have these hints of my own experience with Buddhism. They're subtle, but they're, it's my own experience with this existential living, and I've always been that way since I was young. Tapping into some of those thoughts or ideas that have helped me, having the little spin of maybe a little bit of a harder edge with them and putting them out there in these mottos in the t-shirts and stuff. But there's on your website, it's there's a quote from Mia, right?
Mia,
yeah.
Which is so cool, and I want to read it because I was like, God, it's so perfect. It says, what makes her classes truly memorable is her ability to display both a sense of humor and groundedness, allowing all to feel always supported and never judged. And I think it's a perfect description, even as a coworker and someone in a short amount of time that I had the opportunity to get to know. I mean, a huge, like, me, I'm ridiculous. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. And
yeah, you do.
I think it's so important to have that aspect. So to know that you're bringing that into these classes that are not only physically helping people, but mentally and spiritually, I think it's huge. It's like you were talking about before, having this person, be in your life and connecting with you and kind of calming you down a little bit. I think your laughter and your smile, you're connecting with people, and that's huge.
Jim.
Oh, Jim, my sister had a question that's actually probably worth pulling up.
Yes. So the question is if I'm local. I am local. Right now I am not teaching publicly.
Yep.
I'm teaching on Zoom. So all of my classes move. I teach 2 classes, a Wednesday night and a Friday morning.
Nice.
And Doug, my dog, loves to join us for the yoga. He likes the napping. He likes the napping yoga. He comes busting in the room when he hears us going into meditation. It's really cute.
That's cool.
So right now, that's where my 2 public offerings are. And then I teach privately and I teach corporate yoga classes locally. So I'm in New Haven County.
Very nice.
Is it okay to share your Instagram, because you have info on your Instagram to get a hold of you too?
Totally. Oh yeah, totally. That's where I post. Usually my Instagram is public. So my Instagram stories are where I post updates on how you can join classes, and people can DM me there and I'll send you the Zoom link.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, that's my
sister.
My sister and my mom. I got my mom into doing yoga, so she would just drive me to yoga classes, but she was a little Mom, I'm gonna call you out. She was a little anti-yoga.
Anti.
And she got into it. And then she started coming to the Zoom classes to support me. And now she has her Wednesday night yoga, and she's very dedicated to it. Awesome. I see her progress, which is really awesome. And the other day, this week, because of the hurricane that we had, I know they called it a tropical storm, but it was a hurricane.
Oh, my God.
Just a sidebar there. I had to move the class to Thursday night, and she was very upset.
Oh, man.
But Wednesday is yoga night. I'm like, yes, Mom, I know.
Yeah, she just replied with a comment. Yes, she did. Love you online. And, that comment further on your hurricane comment, there was a confirmed touchdown tornado in Westport, too.
It was. I was looking.
Crazy.
I was looking online to see if we actually had a touchdown. All right.
Yep. 105-mile-an-hour winds were clocked.
Wow. That's so crazy.
Insane. Yeah. EF1. Crazy. Just wild.
So, Jess, obviously, when we were working together, we started to chat about music and stuff, obviously. And then you were talking to me, giving me little bits and pieces of music you played or listened to or liked. There was
This is Joe.
What's up?
I said Joe just started following.
Joe just started.
I believe he meant started following Jess. I'm assuming.
Jess, there was one secret bit of information floating around in the internet that you shared with me that it always sticks with me.
Ooh, we have a tidbit?
Oh, no.
Is there a tidbit?
I have to do this. This is our segue into.
We love these moments.
Yeah, no. Oh my God.
No, these are the moments. These are the moments.
I mean, it's out there. This is the this is the internet.
Out there. It is out there.
So the segue into we're going to talk about some music, and then if you don't mind, we'll play some music. But I got to do it, and you're gonna have to explain it.
Let's do it.
Bravo!
I had to do it. Listen, I mean, until I'm like Joe Rogan level, I don't think I have to worry about too much. So, I mean, that was one of the earliest things, and obviously you trusted me enough to show me that. We're talking music, and I probably shared.
Yeah, we were probably talking about theater, and I was like, I was in Rent, and
that's so cool.
I know, it's so awesome. There was actually, and which is so crazy because I went back to find that, Jess, and there were at least 2 things from, I think you were in high school.
Oh,
yes, I'm in high school. I'm like 16 years old in those.
You were singing some Beatles and something else amazing. So that was from the Rent thing. That was what, like? That
was 10 years ago. I was 19 years old.
Wow.
No, I was 18. Ooh. I was about to turn 19 when I did that. And that was at the Thomaston Opera House.
Wow.
Awesome.
So cool.
Awesome. So now, were you at UMass at that time? Like, were you studying there?
I was going to the University of New Haven at that time.
Okay. Gotcha.
And, I've loved Rent since I started. My mom. Since I started. Let's see, that came out in the Rent came out in the 90s. My sister
pretty sure.
soundtrack on a CD, and we would listen to it all the time. I knew every single song as a child.
Nice.
Wildly inappropriate, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And when the rights got released and they started circulating, circulating the rights. Different theater companies started picking it up, and I saw they were holding auditions at the Thomaston Opera House. I'd been going to shows there since I was a kid, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going for it. This is my dream role. And
I love that.
I was one of, I don't even remember how many people auditioned for that one role, but I was a child compared to the people that were coming up for this show, and they cast me because I was unknown. And people didn't even think I was like legally of age to be singing about the things I was singing about and
watching
moving on stage. I was
sign a disclaimer.
And that show, oh man, that changed my life. Changed my life, yeah.
That's pretty significant. That's awesome.
That is massive.
So cool. Life.
So were you now, as far as like the musical influence, obviously you're into the theater and stuff. Were you playing an instrument back then, or was it just mainly like singing?
No, I was singing. I was a classically trained singer. So I sang like Italian arias, opera, and not the cool like crazy high stuff. I'm an alto and like a tenor, so my voice is really low. And singing in choirs and stuff. I was part of a Connecticut all-state choir when I was in high school. And
that's great.
And then I sort of got into theater. I was never really into musical theater. I like watching musical theater, but I'm not like a diehard. I can't name like shows off the top of my head or anything like that. I was more into acting, but
cool. Very cool.
Yeah. And then I picked up the ukulele. My friend gave me a ukulele, and taught me how to play a few simple chords around the time that I did Rent, so about 10 years ago. So I've been playing around with the uke. Nothing too serious, just for funsies. I had to accompany myself at some point, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, it's so tricky. Like, I think learning a string instrument is huge if you are a singer, for one. But like, I find even like through the course of the quarantine early on, that's why I was doing the videos, which you were so nice to do one with me. Like a drummer is like, I'm screwed, you know. I'm like, I'm gonna perform for everyone, you know. So that was one of the reasons that motivated me. It's like, man, I need to play with some people. All our gigs were canceled. Everything is, you know, musicians are still suffering, which is a bummer.
Yeah, it is. It's a bummer.
So I could definitely see why you would be like, okay, let me learn some stuff. And on that note, do you think that you would play some stuff for us tonight?
I mean, like, no one cares, you know?
Oh yeah.
Play your yeah. Oh yeah.
Woo!
Let's see. Let's hope that bringing up some chords doesn't totally screw up my internet. God forbid I do anything other than like just have this one screen open, right?
Oh, that's funny.
All right. Now I was only toying with playing Black Sabbath.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Wait,
well, I only saw it, so I mean, if it's possible.
No, you fucking called me out, so now I like have to do it.
Yeah.
Let me get my phone ready. I'm gonna bootleg this.
All right. Just a caveat. This is the first time that I'm playing ukulele live. Like playing it.
Wow.
I've only played live once and it was a disaster. So yeah, this is usually,
you're among friends here.
When I record videos, you know, I usually do it in one take, but like I never actually play live.
That's all right. Me and Corey have been doing this every Saturday, and I would say like 60% is a disaster, but we're having a good time.
We're just having fun.
We're just
reaching out to a bunch of people, breaking down the social distancing walls, and having fun. That's all it's about.
All right, you ready?
Heck yeah. I'm totally ready.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. After I do this, I might screw up the internet, so we'll see how it goes.
That's metal. That's so metal.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction.
Yeah.
In the fields, the bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Let themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave that role to the poor, yeah. Time will tell on their power minds, making war just for fun, treating people just like pawns in chess. Wait till their judgment day comes, yeah. Now in darkness, world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. Hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. On their knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for their sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so awesome.
Let me tell you something. Never Played Live, you killed it. That was phenomenal.
So good.
You can thank Cody for that. He asked me. He got tired of me playing the same songs over and over again, and he was like, "Can you play some Black Sabbath?" And I was like,
so awesome.
Try.
That was so good.
I mean, that's just so great.
Oh, Beth. Hi, Beth.
Beth, what's up?
I know. I miss Beth so much.
Hey, Nancy, how are you?
That was so awesome, Jess. Like, I know you played some like rock stuff before. I think Instagram little but I don't think I ever heard like a full Sabbath song. That's so cool.
So that was really, really, really great. I mean, really great. So good. I mean, wow. Wow. Awesome.
I was trying not to sing along because I didn't want to ruin it, but I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Like,
Jeff had a
I have the I'm like
doing.
I kept looking over at my drum sets over here. I was like,
Jeff actually had a comment, Jimmy. He's wondering where the pig mask was.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jimmy wears the pig mask when they play that live.
I know. I come do it.
Yeah.
That's right.
There you go.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're now accepting credit card, all your credit card information to get this copy.
You can Venmo me.
Jeff, nice, man.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal. That was really, really something else.
Jeff.
You didn't know the song, really?
Oh,
come on.
My mom's not a Sabbath fan.
All good.
Blasphemy.
All are welcome, though. All are welcome.
You're welcome.
That was great.
That was awesome.
Really great.
Thank you.
So just I think the shirt that Cody got from the Crush Kill Destroy stuff was it the True Self shirt?
Yeah, he loved the
Black Flag bars.
Black Flag, yeah, he's got that. He loves Black Flag.
Oh, Black Flag! My God.
Yeah, it's obviously a selfish culmination of everything that's my experiences and stuff that have come into the branding of CKD. So it's
up, Rick?
The idea obviously is that, but I like I tell Corey too, it's like the influences from people that I know, the positivity, and the inspiration I get from people that I cross paths with, and doing the Crush Corner and making it come into fruition. Where it's we did the very first one with Corey, so I said, dude, you want to fucking you've been my friend since we were little kids. Like, you want to sit down and like talk about some shit because like. The world is upside down. We're freaking out. Like, what do we do to get through this?
Yeah.
We did it. We had a good time, and then we said, let's chat with some folks that are, some kind of positivity.
Oh yeah.
Let's wedge it in there with the rest of the shit we see on TV. So.
Yeah, to the point where it just breaks it all down, so we can have this right here. This is good. This is solid and fun and exciting, not BS and crap. Joe. Oh, Joe.
He's always cracking.
Joe, you missed it, Joe.
But he actually does inspire me. He does inspire me.
Joe says before, Jim, a little bit ahead. He says that maybe Jess can sing to him during yoga.
Yeah.
So Joe's a creative guy. Very creative guy. Hey, Rick.
What's up, Ricky? Rick, big music fan. I only met Rick because of going to Fishbone shows and stuff, which is awesome. So the creative connection between people, I think, is just so awesome. So, and then it runs through with everything.
Yeah.
The whole gamut of music and art and yoga as well, because you have to be, live creatively to teach that stuff, I think,
Oh, totally.
with a certain amount of guidance, of course.
Mm.
I would love if you can. I would love if you would keep playing, because that was so awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
You know
I'm just so unprepared. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'll be the first to tell you that I'd love to hear the full version of that Dispatch song. But that's just me.
I don't have Dispatch prepared.
That's okay.
Just kidding. I can play that one like kind of by heart. But I do have I prepared 3 songs. I actually practiced.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
All right. I'm gonna take it down a little. We're gonna get a little on the gentler side.
Okay. I like that.
The song makes me think of Andy because she loves Buzz Lightyear.
Oh.
Does she still love Buzz Lightyear?
Oh yes, she does.
Yeah.
Like oh yeah.
Oh.
Cute. Wait, let me go wake her up so she can hear it.
Yeah. No, don't let her sleep. All right, you ready?
Here we go.
All right, here we go. You got a friend in me.
Yes.
You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your night's warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, we can see it through. 'Cause you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. Oh, you got a friend in me, yes you do. You got a friend in me, it's the truth. You got a friend in me.
Yeah. Oh man.
I love that song. So,
Wow.
You just encapsulated my entire existence for the last 6 years after Andy was born. Black Sabbath and a friend of me.
I mean, I got to tell you, there's goosebumps. I mean, it's just so good. That's so good. Honestly, wow. Awesome. Yeah. So great.
So good.
Awesome.
I think it's gonna be an extended Crush Corner. We're gonna go till midnight because I know Jess is fine with that.
At this point, I'm already 2 hours past my bedtime, so I'm
we're keeping you up. Oh my god!
Do you have to work tomorrow?
No, keep me awake. I don't have to work in the morning. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
I'll sleep until 6 a.m.
That's like me.
That's a wild day for me. So
yeah, getting crazy.
But that the expected thing of the the tattoo artist for many years was oh, bro, dude, that's awesome. Like what do you like get up at like noon or something, man? And for a while, I mean, I was never really a late sleeper, but you did have the opportunity to do that because we worked. I'm talking a long time ago. We worked. It was 1 o'clock till 9 at night or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, Andy was born and my life is completely flipped around. So, people are like, "Whoa, dude, you got to work." I'm like, "Dude, I got to work tomorrow." And they're like, "Oh, we wake up at like noon." I'm like, "Oh, I have a child at home and I'm up at like 7 and I worked like that." So,
I mean, I remember the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was there for all of that.
You were there.
When I worked at Lucky Soul.
I haven't. I still haven't.
Didn't sleep.
I've been awake since then, Jess.
Wow.
Yep.
Hey, Rick's got a very nice compliment here. Really nice one.
Oh, Ani DeFranco.
Oh God, Ani DeFranco. I saw her when she came to College Street, and I had like a really experience. Oh,
I saw. It's funny. I saw Ani DeFranco at College Street before it was College Street. It was still the Schubert's across the street. What was College Street, Corey, before that?
Oh God! Before College Street, like going way back.
Yeah. It was it closed
it was
down.
Like a Palace Theater or something.
Palace Theater, yeah.
That's way back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like,
hey, your mom's got a comment. Boom.
Oh, Grandma.
Love it. This is awesome. We got everybody here. Let's go.
When I do things, my family shows up.
That is awesome.
In the front row.
Love it.
How many of the tattoos does the family know about, Jess?
My grandma doesn't know about any of them.
Oh, okay. Well then, bleep bleep bleep.
Tattoos.
Bleep bleep bleep. Well, thanks,
my mom doesn't know, and she likes them.
Does she?
It took her a little while, but
yeah,
everybody comes around.
She came around.
Everybody comes around.
Tattoo at Lucky Soul when you guys were in Ansonia.
Ooh, we're going back.
And I think the nice thing too, after working with us for a while, you still patronized the shop and came back and got more tattoos. And I think Uriah did the most recent piece on your.
Yeah, Uriah did the hands on my sternum.
Does
the most painful experience of my life.
Does Grandma know
I went through hip surgery. Like,
that's a tough spot, though. That's a tough spot.
Grandma know about that? Does she know about that tattoo?
No, she does now.
It's all coming out. That's what we do here on the Crush Corner. Bring it all out.
Well, I guess you could tell us. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about it.
That's my sternum. So the two hands shaking and the sun eye.
Very cool design.
Right over my solar plexus, which is why it's a sun eye.
Yeah.
That top line you can see where I flinched. But
yeah.
No one sees it except for me, and I love how organic it looks. And Uriah killed it. It was his first stomach tattoo. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
very cool.
I was so honored to be that.
Yeah, it looks great.
Do you think getting through the tattoo experience, especially in a place that's a little bit more painful, has any relation to some of the yoga and stuff that you practice? Like, is there a place in your mind where it helps you to get through that experience with the pain and
totally
from practice?
Yeah. So, like if I take it back to like the smaller, it was a lot harder with that big tattoo, but like when you did the acorn on my ankle,
oh, you're right.
Which again, like it's right on my ankle bone. So that's also pretty painful. It's a small tattoo, but it was still pretty painful. And I remember, you kept trying to talk to me and I was like, shh, Jim, I'm meditating. I can't talk right now. Like,
I'm going to that place. Leave me be.
I was doing that. I was your guide. I was like, Nidra.
And I mean, I stayed really calm. My heart rate stayed down, but my palms started sweating, of course, because your body is still experiencing pain. But
trauma's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing that's really interesting is that, pain is created in your mind.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and bodily, I shouldn't just say pain, bodily sensation is created in the mind. So take like Yoga Nidra, for example. When you do Yoga Nidra is very, very, very useful with veterans with PTSD. And when you work with veterans who have lost limbs, their brain, there's still a brain signal that says they have a left leg, even if physically their left leg is no longer there. So when you invite them to feel their left foot, their mind will create the sensation and they will still feel their left foot. It's there's a term for it, phantom limb.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you think about that fact that your mind is so powerful, and since everything is created there, that your mind can literally like feel a limb even when it's gone.
Yeah.
Then in the same way, it's almost the opposite can be true. So when you're getting something as painful as a rib tattoo or getting something tattooed on your sternum, if it's possible, you can breathe your way through it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I go to a place that's far away when I've got a few, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. You try to just get to a space and just kind of let it just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
And just neutralize it.
Realizing that that meditation, getting to the meditative place is the same thing. Just a lot less physically intense.
When I was younger and I was getting a lot of work done, I was getting heavily tattooed for long periods of time. Yeah. I was getting my back tattooed, and I think at one point sitting for probably and I think one night was like an 8-hour session. I mean, I was
a long time.
I was like 30, maybe 30, when I was and it was before really having any idea of like not defining the pain. It's kind of happened naturally for me because it was so intense. It just got to a point so elevated that I was like just able to let it go. And then the guy tattooing was like, you're an animal, man. You sit like, are you all right? And I'm like, yes, I'm okay. But then learning years later, like you're explaining, the short amount of time that I actually did study Buddhism, it was exactly that. Was it's just really our tendency to define it. We could not put any kind of definition on it, and sit with it and experience it, and just it is what it is, so to speak. Or we can say it hurts, it's hot, it burns, I hate it, and you start putting all this definition to it, and that's when it becomes.
Absolutely. And the more people like go into something and are like, oh, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, the more you're going to influence the hurt. You'll feel it. You're not making it hurt more. You're just realizing how much it hurts. And if you do something else, or you bring yourself to a different place, you won't focus on it as much, and therefore won't feel it as much.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's that concept of being in the moment, right? So when you're getting a tattoo, you're in the moment, and that moment isn't pleasant, really, right? So you need to sort of like kind of deflect that a little bit, even though you're still like right there, and the needle's on your skin in the moment. It's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of the I think a lot of the ideas that pop into my head with the crush, kill, destroy stuff are they're big. The do what you do it damn good motto, and CKD clothing for those who strive. There has to be a certain amount of things that you push aside so that you can put another foot forward and keep doing what it is you do, especially now things are really difficult. So it's that admiration that I have for people that they're not defining their experiences as like, man, this fucking sucks, and fucking I hate this, and I don't like this, and I don't like that. We're all experiencing that stuff, especially now, but there are the individuals that they're pushing through it, or maybe they're working with it in a different way. So a lot of the t-shirts or the things that popped in my head, they're not just like, fuck off, they're digging a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
They're their own fuck off in a gentler way,
Yeah.
which I think is elevated in a stronger way. So
Yes.
and it's all based on things I experienced with my dad, because you're talking growing up late 70s and through the 80s with 4 kids, and there were certainly I don't know if there were times comparable obviously to a pandemic time, but there were certainly difficult periods, and it was, whatever, financial stuff and this and that, and this was a guy that just he wasn't really a complainer basically, so he pushed through it. So it's I owe the CKD idea to him basically. Cheers.
Yeah.
Can you do one more song, Jess? Do you have time for one more song?
I can do one more song. Yeah, totally.
I think it'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm still working my way down the slower. It's going to be even a little bit slower, if that's cool.
That's cool. We're coming to the end of the night, so I think chill is awesome.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. It actually makes me even more like excited to hear you.
Yeah, I think I need it on Saturday night so that I can be brought back down.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be all worked up like you're saying. Yes, I am your student. I am your student.
It's so funny. So because of the pandemic and all that stuff, sort of along the lines of what you're saying, Jim, kind of privately, there's always room like privately for that space to have the freak out moment, so like the month of April, basically I was like, what am I going to do? My entire my career is teaching yoga. Like that is what I do. I don't have another job.
Right.
I worked so hard to get to that point. And I was like, well, I may not ever do that again. Like I had to face that reality. It was kind of when I went in for my hip surgery. I was like, I have no idea if I'm ever going to be able to move the way I move again. And I've been so attached to my body and identifying with my body that now I have to make peace with the fact that my body is different. And so I got a job at Starbucks in Bethel, because I was like, I know how to do this. I can get the job. I can do it damn good. And and I do what I have to do, and it doesn't make me less of a yoga teacher, and it doesn't make me it doesn't change anything about me. It's just putting me in I'm just in a different physical environment. And the hurricane, of course, messed everything up. It was chaos when we were working. And everyone was running around, and at one point I had a migraine. I was like, oh my God, this is the worst day of my life. And at one point I just stopped moving, and I just stood there, and I couldn't even help myself. It's just so second nature for me now that I just had to go into that meditative place in order to keep functioning. It's like I hear the sounds happening around me, and now I can hear the sounds closer to me, and now I can hear the sound of my own breath, and now I can slow down my breath, and now I can feel my breath. And I was able to then show up much better, because it's not, the person being an asshole to me at the counter. It's not their fault. And my job is not to be an asshole back. My job is to see their humanity and treat them with kindness and respect. And when you do that, it's so hard. And especially a yoga teacher saying something like that, like huge eye roll, but it's really not easy. Like I can still every now and then be like, people fucking suck.
Yeah, sure you can.
Treat them with respect at the same time.
Only the good ones.
It's still hard, but it's a practice, and you just keep doing it. So
the other ones, you don't give them as much time. It's more of a nod, but you're still being respectful.
My favorite practices, and you don't see this a lot, especially when people get upset, is like eye contact. So when someone's like getting under my skin, I'll just keep making eye contact with them. And by looking in their eyes, I don't have a choice but to see their humanity. And how could I possibly I can't look in someone's eyes and be mean. Like there's I can only be kind, because I'm seeing everything,
Yeah. Right. I mean, you're talking about a skillful means that break down the situation to what it really is, and it's not the mountain at that point. You know, you brought yourself back to, like you're saying, just breathing, where it was up here. You were like fucking yeah. But it's skillful. It takes a lot of work. I think ultimately, in the long run, it's less work than to hang on to that stuff and do that all day, which is what we're facing a lot of right now. So yeah, it's tricky. Are you still at Starbucks, by the way?
Yeah.
I'm coming.
I remember having a conversation with you, Jim. You know, every now and then, like, I'll just have like those big bursts of anger where like I'm just so angry all day long. Yeah. And I remember being so angry, and I was at that point in my practice where I was like, I'm gonna overcome anger. There is no more anger. And I was like, Jim, it's not working. Why am I so angry? I want to stop the anger. And you were just like, but no, you can't. Anger, I don't even remember what you said, but you were like, anger is an emotion that you're supposed to feel, or something. Something deep.
A necessary emotion, but not to be confused with rage. You know,
right?
Yeah.
Anger is an emotion that it propels us in a direction, and we have an opportunity to go in the right direction. Rage is one thing. You're blind. You can't make good decisions.
No.
Anger is cool. You got to sit with it. You know, you can be angry that you didn't work out hard enough. You're like, well, you know, I'm gonna work harder tomorrow. So there is a positivity that comes out of anger, but it needs to be. It's not rage. So that was. Yeah. It's a necessary emotion that moves you in the right direction. If you're.
Yeah, and anger. And when you said that, I was like, and then I went home, and
you were like.
It didn't like get the reaction out of me. I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. That's a thing I'm going to keep investigating.
My elders do know something. Oh.
Well, without the rage, it's sort of a motivator for you, right? To counteract it, right? Like you're not going to allow it to consume you, but you know, if you allow the rage to get in, then all of a sudden now you're on the offensive and you're doing something that is basically what's happening to you.
These are direct experiences, things I've had, and like I said, they come into play into the shirts that I'm doing, because there's a shirt that I have up that's it just says "Get Mad" on the top of it, and on underneath is it's a segment of brows like this, where it's a kind of a frown of angry face, but I don't know, Jess, I've talked about it before, but if you don't know, I think it might be highlighted a little bit on the website. It's a kind of tip the hat to my brother, because it was something he said to me when I was younger, mostly he was like a big workout guy. He was into doing stuff, and it was like pushing out the last rep, and I'd be like, oh, and he would look at me and he'd say, get mad at it. So, oh, all right. And it was like, oh, you'd get one more rep out or something, but it was to push you through these experiences, you know, instead of falling back, it's like, I just can't do it, man. So again, not rage at all, but it was, you know, get mad. So that's one of the t-shirts, actually.
That's right, Rick. I agree.
I love that. And there's when you investigate anger too,
that's right, Rick.
There's always something underneath it. There's always one of my favorite questions that my naturopath gave me when I would come in all ragey. And I would say, Dr. Botwick, my girl, and I would sit down with her, and she'd be like, "What's really bothering you?"
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, "This," and then she'd go, "What's really bothering you?" And I'd be like, "This." And she'd get me all the way out until I got to that very root, and I was like, "Whoa, I'm not angry at all. I'm actually this."
Yeah.
Or I'm not angry. I just want to see this change.
Yeah.
And it was a way of like identifying and not identifying at the same time.
My friend Carrie, like she's I think Carrie's yoga practitioner. She's also into some form of martial arts.
Jiu-jitsu. Carrie.
Nice.
Carrie teaches at Fresh, right?
No, I'm not sure actually. She's a nurse as well, so I don't know if it's the same Carrie. But
yeah, okay.
Either way, so she fucked me up. She fucked me all up. Like I would, you know, I was tattooing for a while. I've known her for a long time, and you know, just explaining my frustrations, talking about stuff, and she was like, "Jim, she's like, you live and come from two places in this life, in this world. You know, your daily, you either come from a place of fear or you come from a place of love. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell me?
So what you're saying is with the anger and stuff with people, there is something underlying. Mostly it's fear that causes all this frustration and anger. So I started looking at things differently. I would stop and take like a couple steps back and be like, what am I really fucking pissed off about? But
yeah.
Well, it's funny because all those emotions that you're talking about, whether it's anger or whatever, it's reactions to what's happened, right? And that thing, whatever that thing is that's driving that emotion, it happens that quick.
Yeah.
And your decision to deal with it at that moment dictates how you're going to roll forward. So if you're going to be angry, maybe you're going to be angry for a long time. Or is it really that big a deal? Do I want to just allow it to like come inside my space and mess with me? Or do I just accept it for what it was and I move on from that?
Yeah.
I mean, those are choices you make, but you got to be aware of how to move through the tough stuff. I mean, and it's not always easy, obviously.
It's not easy at all.
No, not at all.
I choose music.
Yeah.
Power to
That's it. So I'm talking about.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising, let's go dancing in the light. We know where the music's playing, let's go out and feel the night. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon, when we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon,
Yes.
Yes.
I love that song so much.
So good.
You
Like,
are unbelievable. That
Thank
is,
you.
you are so good. So good. I mean,
thank
just
you.
such awesome. I mean, your voice is ridiculous. It's just great. It's great. It's awesome.
I mean, like Neil Young for one, incredible songwriter, and just to hear it in another voice, which I do appreciate. Neil, of course, he's a much more acquired taste, and Jess, that was so awesome.
Hey Pam, yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it really, just those 3 tunes were just incredible. Awesome.
I can selfishly just be like, please play like 10 more songs. That's all. we're like deprived of live music right now.
I agree, Pam.
Anyone that's surviving strictly from playing music, it's just such a shitty thing. Like yourself, Jess, talking about the yoga thing and just not knowing where things were going. I mean, I was faced, and pretty much still am faced with the same thing with the tattoo shop. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, if I could do virtual tattoos,
right? Yeah,
3D printer or something.
I'm working on my Uber inks and like RoboTat, but I don't know if it's out. So,
have to keep pushing.
Yeah, seriously, thank you so much. That was so awesome. Sure,
yeah, man, I agree with that one, brother. Whew.
Pandemic everything's lifted. We got Jess's gigs all booked up.
Yeah, let's start. Let's go.
I hear Joe pays really well for musicians, so he's gonna take care of that.
That's good. I'm not doing so.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I'm going to reiterate what I said in the beginning about giving. I usually give stuff away.
You usually do.
We usually do, and I am going to give stuff, but the stuff's going to come in a different form this time.
Different form.
So this is what's going to happen. Oh, you know what? I'm going to play.
Pay attention, everybody. Very important.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do, actually, Corey? I'm going to play a commercial. We're going to gather our thoughts, and then we're going to talk about trivia, and we'll get into it. And it's not going to be too long, but
thought gathering starts now.
Dude, that was perfect cue, Core. That was a good cue. We're have to go back and rewatch that. That's perfect.
We get better and better at it, man. Every week, just we keep crushing, we keep killing, we keep destroying.
We're getting finer. We're just refining ourselves. So
yes,
Jess, you're gonna know a lot of these things, so you cannot answer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what?
You will know some of these.
Know it all. So I'll try my best.
I'm gonna. So what I'm gonna do is, everyone listening, I have 6 questions. Not too crazy. I usually because of the situation, I don't care if people jump on Google. And Eric says he never wins.
Eric, man, come on now. Here's your chance.
Yeah, Eric, you got
6 chances.
You got an opportunity. First, I'll tell you what. Tell them what you win. So it's I'm gonna do a promo code for 30% off on the CKD Clothing website, which will be like last for a month.
Nice.
And you can actually use it as many times as you want.
Wow.
And what I'll do is if we get a correct answer from someone, I will have to direct message you with the promo code, which works on the site. It's very easy. When you go to your checkout thing, you put the code in. It's going to take off the 30% for you. It's pretty decent. So that's awesome. Tonight. So we're going to have 6 people that have an opportunity between now and a month from now to grab some stuff off the website with 30% off of the entire order. So
That's killer.
So let us begin. Bum, bum, bum.
Here we go.
We will start with the first question.
The very first question.
The very first question is, let me see. Let me get my glasses.
Yeah, you need them. I can't see a thing if I don't have mine. Oh my God, I can't see.
My glasses.
The first question is,
here we go.
I try to make them as clear as possible. Joe Federico doesn't seem to get them as clear as possible. But if he messes with us tonight, I'm going to drive down there tonight. First question is, and because we're on different internet speeds and stuff like that, I just have to whatever we see pop up in the feed first is going to be the winner. So I'm sorry if you think you won. Whatever I see on my end, it's the only way we can do this. I mean, it's a pandemic,
That's right.
So the first question is,
dun dun dun.
Bum bum bum.
Ooh.
Where did the ukulele originally come from?
That is a very good question.
Originally, it's really important that we pay attention to the way that this question is asked.
Yeah, it's worded specific.
Hey, Corey, if you want to take notes for people that guess too,
yes,
jot some stuff down, or
yep.
I'll try to do something.
I am prepared, sir.
Eric,
all right, so Eric has an answer,
and obviously that is the go-to, but it's not the which I thought, and it's why I wanted to bring this question up, but it's actually not. It's actually
correct.
No, these are really great guesses.
Yeah. Yep. Keep them coming.
You can Google.com, baby.
Listen, it happens. It's the world we live in. Technology, it's at your fingertips.
It's I'll give you a couple hints. It's an adaptation of something that already existed that was brought into Hawaii. Is that a good way to
That is exactly, yes.
Mary, I have 100%. No idea why you're still awake.
But no, not Poland.
She's usually deep in
hi Mary
ambient land, so she might give us some interesting answers actually.
But yeah, Jimmy, you nailed it with your hint. I
didn't know this either. I think it's really cool. I had no
same here. I didn't either.
Yeah.
Nope. It was very interesting.
Got it.
There it is.
Ding, 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 ding. So I will make a note. Nicole got it.
Yep.
So if
nice job.
I think the cool thing about this, dude, what I love is that it was the small guitar instrument was called a machete.
Machete, like a machete.
So cool, right?
Yeah.
Jess, did you know that, Jess?
Yes, I did.
You did that. Okay.
Very cool.
All right. Question number 2. Number two. Okay, everybody. Number 2. Let me find this here. Okay. Oh wait, that's not. What does the word ukulele mean in Hawaiian?
That's so great.
Do you know, Jess? Do you know that? Are you Googling it? I see you Googling it. I better go on the
Jeff, you were a little late, buddy, but you were right.
Yep. Mary said she got the PO right in reference to Portugal.
We got a butt cheek answer. Not sure where that's coming from.
Really, really good guess, but it's just not right.
Oh my God! Come on, you guys.
But I wanted.
Google's great. I'm just saying. Oh, Sherry.
Sherry got it.
Ooh, my mom with the Google fingers over here.
There you go. That's what it's all about. Sometimes you just got to go that route.
I'm making a note. So, yeah, that is correct.
Very nice.
No, that is the correct answer. Excellent. Mom's going to be rocking a, sweet, like, Crush, Kill, Destroy shirt or something. I can see her. Maybe a little Don't Sleep.
Oh, a little trucker hat. Take a Roy's hat, Jimmy.
Like Sabbath. Yeah, I listen to Sabbath. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Question number 3.
Number 3.
I like this one. Corey,
This is a really good one.
Yeah. What 90s grunge era singer released an entire album featuring ukulele? Don't say it, Jess.
Great question. Jody, a little late, but you had the answer. Jeff, you too, a little late.
I want to just come up with a trivia question that the answer is butt cheek, so we could just laugh about it. So I got to look for
We'll have to do that.
Yes, please.
This is a really good question. No, Eric, but good guess. Good guess.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, that's a great guess, actually.
Your era is spot on era, right? That should lead you to the next logical thing.
Actually, this album grew on me. Like when it came out, I was like, and I
was unsure about it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
he would, Eric.
Eric, you're right. Eric, you're right there, man. If you want to win something, you get just dig deep. Not even that deep. It's
not even that deep, man. Matter of fact, I'll even if it's okay, I'd throw a hint out there.
Eric got it.
Eric got it.
You got it.
Oh, Pam,
Pam, you just missed it. Eric, good job, man. You dug deep, man.
Nice. Pam guessed too. That's so awesome.
I mean, that was great. Yeah. Good job.
So wicked.
Yeah. And I agree. When I first heard it, I wasn't all like, but I've listened to it a few times over the years, it does grow on you.
I don't know if there's on that album, does he have some stuff from the what was the movie, the sound with the
shoot,
far something
Into the Wild.
Into the Wild.
I don't know if it's on the all ukulele album, but that song is so good.
Some of the songs are in that. I think he did do the entire soundtrack for Into the Wild.
He did. That's true.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of just instrumental.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. All right. So we got where are we at here, Corey? 1, 2.
We are number 4, bro.
Okay. All-time favorite. What does the greeting namaste translate into?
It's the butt of so many knock knock jokes, but it's such a great saying too.
I know what the answer is.
Me too. Butt cheek.
Bum 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 bum.
What do we got?
I'm Googling it now.
Namaste. What does it mean?
It's actually, if you want to get super technical, the pronunciation is namaste.
Namaste.
Say it again.
Almost numb.
Numb.
But it's short. It's like namaste.
Namaste.
Is it actually these are good guesses, but it's not exact. Is it Hindu or
I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if it's as old as Sanskrit or if it's
oh yeah, I'm not sure. I want to
say one of the Indian dialects, that are still spoken in conversation.
Yeah, I want to say it is as old as Sanskrit, but
I'm thinking that people's internet is really slow.
Peace.
No, Eric. Nope.
No, these are they're firing through over here, man. I'm seeing them.
Oh, are you?
Oh yes. Wait.
Oh, Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy. Yeah.
That's
Kathy.
Pretty much it. That's pretty much it, right?
Yes,
I mean,
that is. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Awesome. Nice job. I'm going to
nice job.
Make my note. And let's see. All right, I got 2 more questions. So
2 more to go.
I just want to remind you guys that I will send you guys a message on Facebook with a link to the website and a promo code. It's really easy. Just jump on there, look at some swag. And when you go to checkout, there's an option that shows you, do you have a promo code? You punch it in, and it's going to take 30% off of stuff. You can buy some stuff, and you can come back and do it again before a month from now. Nicole's trying to call out your internet over here.
Oh, man. She was probably on when it did go, haywire, and I was lost for 40 minutes. But you know what? It happens. It just happens.
Question number 5.
Here we go.
Bing, bang, bang. All right. So, what style hot yoga is named after Hollywood's controversial teacher? I see it on. I know you hate him, don't you, Jess?
Oh yeah.
So bad, right? So bad.
So bad.
And I can't even believe that it's a thing in still like.
Yeah.
There's no lineage that is like fully. Everybody's very human, and some people make mistakes, and some people make very bad choices.
Very bad.
Sure.
Yeah, this I couldn't believe. Did you see the documentary?
Yes.
I love Simmons. No.
That's.
Oh, wait a
My
minute,
mom.
Sherry.
My mom.
She chimed in.
Everything.
She does like yoga. See, that is correct. I don't know how to say Bikram's last name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but if you have not seen the documentary about the Bikram yoga stuff, crazy, right? Just so I had no idea, Jess. It was
You
like
gotta have an iron stomach to watch that.
I know
It's pretty tough to get through, but yeah, there is a seedy underbelly in modern postural yoga.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad that you like these sacred, precious things come into. I mean, I hate to say into. Well, I mean, Bikram came from. Did he come from India or?
Yeah, and he had a teacher, and he, took his teacher's practice and kind of warped it and manipulated it and turned it into something that it was never meant to be. And
that's
yeah.
Unfortunately, that happens a lot. It's just a dollar sign. I mean, that dude had Rolls Royces and gold chains and all
multiple Rolls Royces.
Yeah, Nicole wanted to know if that's on Netflix. Is that Netflix vehicle?
I don't remember.
At one point it was. I don't know if it still is though.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our last question.
Last question.
Typically represented as a coiled snake, what is the name of the energy located at the base of the spine?
Ooh.
Typically represented as the coiled snake.
Is that yoga ASMR?
When we get past a certain time, Jess, it starts to get weird here. It's like
yeah, Roy's in the house.
we have a little thing to block people if we get too far off topic that comes up sometimes. So it's like boom.
Yeah. No.
Pam
yeah, Pam. Good for you.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
And I should
the tushy. Oh, look at that.
That was a good guess, actually, Kathy. Cobra Kai.
You gotta have the Cobra Kai.
I like Mary's guess. Whoa, I don't know. Whoa.
Poopy butt. Whoa.
We just went from our PG-13 rating to an R rating.
And we're not even 11 o'clock yet.
We'll go back. We're going
to
bring it back down to a G rating right here. So, poopy butt. So Pam got the last one. That's awesome. I just want to say, Pam was nice enough to pop by the shop and drop off some wine for me.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
I saw a post that she had the other night and it looked delicious, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And she was nice enough to bring a bottle of wine for tonight's Crush Corner, because I was like, I think I want to chill. We're going to talk about yoga. We're going to hear some nice chill tunes, and I think that was really nice. So
yeah, that's awesome. Pam hooked up with some reds. So
I will be in touch with I don't know where Jody is.
Where's in California.
She's in California. Oh, that's so awesome.
West Coast in the house.
That's great to know, Jody, because we have in the month of September, I will have a guest from California. And
that's right.
Corey and I were talking about we have to realize these time changes, because I just say 9 o'clock. It seemed like a safe time to do it, but that's pretty wild.
Absolutely.
Jess, it was so awesome that you hung out.
Unreal.
Like I said, I could like ask you to play like all night long selfishly.
Yeah,
Just,
that's real.
Lay down and do my meditation. You could play some tunes, but and if anyone,
thank you for inviting me on. This was so much fun. I'm so glad I did it.
I hope that you get some rest and still wake up at 5 a.m. or 6 or whatever your body is used to at this point.
I'll still wake up early. Just can't help myself.
Yeah, if people want to get a hold of you, they can do Instagram. Maybe answer questions about what you've done to adjust with COVID-19, doing some of the virtual classes and whatnot, and then even more information on your website.
Yeah, that has all of my just like who I am as a yoga teacher, and how you can contact me directly. That's not on Instagram, in case you don't have an Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, my Instagram, it is my personal page. It's not my business page. So my personality is in full effect on that on that page, which is not for everybody, and that's okay.
And that's okay. I had a whole thing planned out tonight to talk just about Doug, your dog. And I knew we were going to.
Did you steal any pictures from my Instagram?
What's that?
I said, did you steal any pictures of him from my Instagram?
I was close to doing it, and I knew we were going to have a lot of stuff to cover. So we'll do a reprise. It'll be dogs and yoga or something.
Yeah, I'll plan a few more ukulele songs.
A few more songs.
Oh, that would be phenomenal. Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely. I would love to do something in the future with a lot of musicians. Maybe we'll just do something down the road with some, depending how long we're all locked up for.
Look at Pam. Pam's calling out Harvest Moon again.
Thank you, Pam.
That's so good.
It was so good. I mean, really, just phenomenal. Awesome.
Which is
awesome.
The great thing about using technology in a positive way and in a good intention. We can go back and say, oh man, you know what? That was awesome to listen to. Some good insights. Your mom's funny.
My mom.
Downward Doug.
Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna make a note. New CKD shirt. Downward Doug. We'll have a picture of him on it.
You gotta get a picture of him when he has his lip stuck, though.
Yeah. This is how these ideas come into fruition, and they develop with
So Jody, you got to pull out Jody here, because I'm going to call out myself right here. Okay, you ready? So I've done some tagging, to promote the week with Jess coming on, and I have been guilty, like Jody, of misspelling ukulele. It's UKULELE.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah.
And I messed that up, and I caught myself, and I went back earlier today, and I actually commented on my own post with the correct hashtag because I felt so bad.
You guys, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Jess is running away.
Where'd she go?
I think she's gonna. I'm guessing she might grab Doug.
Are we gonna get a dog?
Who is he's pretty awesome, actually.
Are we gonna get a dog? No way! Oh yeah, we got a dog.
Encore, Doug.
Oh, what kind of dog is Doug?
Doug is he's
so shy. Why is he so shy tonight?
An American Bulldog Saint Bernard mix.
Yeah, Doug seems a little shy. Hey, Doug. What's up, man?
Come here. What are you doing? He's not usually.
Shame on me too, Jody, because I did it too.
His first, I think it's Doug. This might be Doug's first live performance.
Dougie Fresh, yeah.
Hey, buddy.
That's awesome.
He does.
He's scooting. He's scooted away.
Come back here. He's fun.
We got a glimpse. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he's a good boy.
Corey, you got any closing thoughts for tonight?
Hey man, other than the fact that this week for most, I'm sure, was just, in a word, hell. This was one fantastic way to end it.
Absolutely.
Because Jess, your conversation about yoga was phenomenal. I mean, you're obviously a super experienced person and have gone through, all hours and hours of training, and it's amazing just to listen to you talk about it. And then you brought it with that ukulele. I mean, unbelievable. Just again, it was a great way to end a week of just absolute chaos. Nice way to just bring it rounded out, sitting with you guys, having a great time, all the Crush crew joining in. Yeah. It's just been a great way to end a very nutty week. It's awesome.
I mean, we have the opportunity to utilize the internet to do this kind of stuff. We can jump on and read a bunch of articles, feel kind of bummed out about it, or we can create our own news in a positive light and kind of roll with that. So
100%,
Saturday.
Yep, Saturday to Saturday.
Nicole's asking about the brewery. Are we going to be inside? I know she asked about that before. I think we're going to be inside, Nicole. I'll give you more details before we do it.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you guys so much. Jess, thank you so much.
Oh, you guys, this is such a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me on.
They'll have to have you back too at some point down the road. This is so good.
Yeah, such a good time.
Totally.
Everyone stay safe. Be awesome. Do what you do it damn good.
Always.
And we'll see you next week. Stay informed on CKD_2020 on Instagram and the Facebook page to see what else we have going on. And jump on the website and buy some shit.
Yeah. Rock and roll.
All right. Thank you so much. Good night, Jess.
Peace.
Good night.